So yeah, guys, welcome back to another video. Today's special guest, Vincent, who just crushed his first phase, lost more than 15 pounds, built and developed like great habits. He's an engineer. He's from Colorado. But yeah, Vincent, can you tell us more about yourself? What is exactly that you do?
Yeah. So I am at a desk more often than not. I um have meetings that are Teams meetings many times. I'm an asset integrity engineer, so what I do is I make sure that the equipment that I look at is operating reliably, and I schedule inspections, review data, coordinate with different vendors, schedule maintenance as needed. I do a lot of different things that I don't really have to get off a desk uh, very much.
Hmm. Got it. How long you been working in this field?
I've been only doing this work since February of 2024. Before that, I was doing something similar with uh, about the same amount of desk time. It was just for a different company.
Got it. Got it. And yeah, tell us more about your health and fitness journey before
Yeah, so
joining the program.
yeah, before the program, I really hadn't tried to diet at all, or do any kind of exercise. I don't like the gym, or didn't like the gym because it felt like a large time commitment and the workouts were kind of boring and I wasn't really seeing results. And I just felt like doing other things with my time. Nutrition wise, I just would eat whatever I want. I wasn't a very big snacker, so it's not like I was just eating calories every point of the day, but I was eating whatever I want whenever I wanted. So that's how I started before I started the program. The program really opened my eyes to what I was eating and how much I was eating. So calorie wise, I was able to pay attention just how many calories I would normally eat with some of the fast food that I would go to. Just realizing, oh wow, that has a lot of calories, or understanding the macros behind what I was eating, and it was probably very, very heavy in carbs. So now being aware of, okay, what am I putting in my body? And then the gym workouts, I really enjoy the amount of time I'm in the gym because I don't think I love the gym to be in the gym for hours on end. And your program really helped me just kind of get right to the point, and I think my short days are about 35, 37 minutes, and my long days are about 45 minutes. And that's like the perfect amount of time because I go in, do what I need to do, get out, and I can get on with my day. And it just feels like I can be productive at the gym, but I don't have to be there hours on end. Even like accounting for the rest period in between my sets. I hadn't thought of that, and it just keeps me really to a strict timeline that I'm able to get in and out of the gym very quickly.
Nice. How to hear that. So did you have the mindset before joining the program that you have to like train every day or like restrict yourself with super low calorie diets to get like results?
Yeah, I think I've always known that in order to get lasting results, you need to put in the work. So I thought it was working out 5 times a week for an hour to 2 hours in order to see results. And that was a huge turnoff to me. And then I had always heard that in order to get really good results, you had to do some kind of diet. And to me, it just seemed like, okay, well, that means I've got to eat salads and throw out pasta, and that's just what it was, to get to low calories. And realizing um that I could eat what I wanted to do. When I went through the program, I didn't do one meal repeatedly through the week, so it was a little bit more challenging, but it was more realistic for me and my family, just because I've got little kids that they can't have the same thing over again. And my wife likes different foods too, so it was really eye-opening for me to have these different foods and realize, okay, that's about how many grams this is, or that's how many grams of chicken this is, which is roughly this much protein, and so on and so forth. So it was really good for me to realize, even when I'm like now going out to eat with other people, they might want to have some kind of deep fried fast food, and I can go and get some kind of alternative um, to kind of keep my macros where I want them to be and my calories pretty low.
Nice, nice. That's awesome, man. Because yeah, most people think fitness journey is about like doing more, but it's actually not. It's actually about doing less, but the right things, and the same with
Yeah.
diet. Like, what kind of foods did you eat? Because I think you even like sometimes went out to have something
Mhm.
great, right? Can you tell me more
Yeah.
what kind of diet you had?
Yeah, I was probably on a regular American diet. We would eat out at a fast food restaurant, so I had a lot of Chick-fil-A about once a week. Whenever we would forget to take out food, we would have either some kind of fried chicken of some sort, or we would have like burgers that are just drenched in oil, fries, just kind of anything that was fattening that didn't really have a lot of protein. And now I've there's other restaurants that I like we have a Chipotle over here, which they're able to make like their burrito bowls without the tortilla. So everything in that is grilled on or is on a grill. So I can have like lettuce, which is basically nothing, some beans. I can choose to not have rice, and I can still have extra portions of protein, and it tastes really good, but it's way healthier for me than going out to some of these restaurants where they just deep fry everything. So a lot of what we had was just either smothered in butter or had a lot of carbs or was fried. It's just kind of what we ate all the time. So now it's been really eye-opening to know if I eat that, it's very processed, and I've realized that more so now.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. What you put into your body like such a huge importance, and lots of people don't understand even
Hmm.
simple ingredients or what it means, because yeah,
Hmm.
myself as well, right? In the school, university, like you don't get educated on those things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's like a missing piece in knowledge nowadays for lots of people. I think especially in United States where it's so much junk food available, right?
Yeah, it's easier to find junk food than it is to find healthy food.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Vincent, what was like the biggest point for you, like to start this program? Why did you decided that, okay, it's
Ah,
finally time to pay attention to my health?
um, it was kind of a multitude of reasons. I think what what jump started it for me is work had me shift from working in person to working at home. And I knew I was going to be sitting down a lot. Um, just because I don't have to get up for meetings, I don't have to get up to communicate with coworkers, so I was going to be sitting down a lot. And the people that I've known that have had that kind of sedentary life just either gain a lot of weight, or they find themselves depressed, or really low energy, tired all the time, and I didn't want that. So that was a big piece. Another piece was not being happy with the way I looked in pictures. I would take a lot of pictures with my kids, so I would see myself all the time, and it was one of those things where I didn't feel like I had a good side. I always felt a little thicker in my pictures. So between both of those, I knew I could do something. It was just a matter of taking that first step and doing something. I'm a firm believer that if you don't take the first step, then you'll never keep going. The first step for me is the hardest step. But once I keep going, especially paying for a program, I don't like wasting money. So I knew as soon as I put my money to this program, I was going to stick to it for the duration of it, and I was going to do my best. So it was kind of easier to get in a healthier shape because I had put money towards the program. I knew I was going to see it through.
Mhm. For sure. Accountability is massive, super
Mhm.
massive, same with myself. Like I've invested so much money before as well, like in health fitness coaches, right? I still continue doing that, like for business coaches. I think that's one of the fastest way to learn, right? From taking
Mhm.
knowledge from someone, putting in your soul. But also when you like pay money, you pay attention, right?
Yeah.
Like you can also like do like $10 training app, which
Hmm.
probably will not work, right?
Exactly.
You will not like care about it that much. But can you tell me more about like what kind of like side effects you experienced? Because you just mentioned something about like you didn't like yourself how you looked in photos. What
Mhm.
else was there?
I definitely felt like my energy was really low. I have three kids that are three and under, and they are a lot of work. And I would get out of work and just feel like I am drained and I don't have the energy for my kids, and I didn't want that. I wanted to come home and have energy to either play or help clean up around the house or cook or do whatever I had to do. And I just felt like that was not something that I had prior to the program. So I think that's definitely one of those side effects where um, just being more active, losing the weight, I've felt better. But it's also been one of those things where I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to put time into working out feels like it would drain my energy, not give me energy. And it's definitely the opposite.
Mhm.
I've noticed my clothes are exceptionally loose. I've actually had the thought process of I probably need to go buy me some new jeans here soon, some new belts and some stuff like that. My shirts are still kind of fitting okay, but I'm able to kind of just see myself in the mirror and notice like love handles are starting to disappear. Fat in different areas are disappearing, and I'm much more happier with what my appearance looks like now. um, I didn't feel like I was severely overweight beforehand, but now I look at those pictures and I'm like, wow, I've lost a lot of weight. And granted, I wanted my goal was to lose 25 pounds. I'm not quite there yet, but I know I can get there, and it's one of those things where just being sticking to it, I will get there. And I think even after I hit that goal, um, I still have the goal to keep going down until I'm at a what I feel is a healthy weight for my size. Really, it just started at 25 pounds because I wanted to throw a number out there and be where I thought I should be. But I think there's more weight to lose in the future for sure.
And how long you were in this kind of cycle where you were overweight, low on energy, not being the best version for your like family, for your kids?
I would say for my kids, it's probably been the whole time, but I think I did a lot of sports in grade school, and that was kind of my working out because I was able to be in a sport, try to compete, and that would require me to be in a better physical condition. And that really disappeared once I hit college, which was back in 2011. So I'd say for quite a long time now. I mean, you're talking 13 years. It's been, almost 14 years. It's been something that I just haven't paid attention to. I've been eating the same, but I haven't been working out. I know my metabolism isn't the same as I was when I was in my 20s, and um, I haven't been paying attention to my health. So now things have changed.
Yeah. And I think in one of our first meetings as well, you mentioned something that some of your like close family members as well kind of experienced some side effects, right?
Yeah.
Health wise, and that was also for you like a calling to pay attention.
Yeah.
Did you went to also like doctor checkup to check your blood levels? Was that the case?
No, I didn't do anything like that. I haven't seen a doctor in a little bit in quite a while. I've seen like a dentist or an optometrist or something like that, but I haven't had a regular physician.
Mhm.
Um, I I haven't had any. I just haven't looked at my health from a doctor's perspective.
Yeah,
When I was younger, I did, um, but that was back in grade school. It hasn't been anything since then.
gotcha. Yeah. And yeah, can you tell us more about like what have you like achieved in these 3 months? You said something more about clothes are getting loose, you lost some weight. What else you have achieved or felt?
I felt like I can do it. I think that's it, it's been a pretty big confidence boost of like I can get it done. Um, I'm not feeling like I'm losing a pound a day where it's like, oh, this is easy. I definitely see myself building myself up. I feel a lot stronger. Where I thought I was starting with workouts, I thought that was, I was trying to hit those reps and I thought I was doing good. And then when I was like, okay, I'm going to increase the weight to try to reduce the reps, I started realizing, like that push to failure. I started realizing how much stronger I actually was. So I feel I feel stronger than I even thought I knew I was, which has been just really a big confidence boost for me. So there's still areas where I feel like, okay, I can improve in this, but even today I hit my bench press 10 times today, and it's like, sweet, I'm ready to move up to the next weight to come down. And even that's starting to get exciting where it's like, okay, once I hit the max rep, I'm ready to go up in weight, and that's just it's something that's exciting. I wasn't excited for that prior to this. Like I said, the gym really wasn't my thing. So seeing that physical improvement, that strength has been really great. I've already mentioned that clothes are fitting looser. That's been um, something I didn't expect. I didn't expect to lose close to 20 pounds and feel like I need new clothes already. I thought I was going to have to lose a lot more than that in order to feel that. Energy levels I talked about. Now able to keep up with my kids. I've been as part of the program, I'm walking a lot more. So um, now feeling like, oh, I need to go walk to go get the mail from the mailbox is not a bad thing, or walking up and down the stairs to get laundry or stuff like that. Like most of those before the program just felt like, oh, I don't want to. Now it feels like, oh, I need to get my steps in, so I'm gonna go do that. Like it's okay if it's gonna take me 3 trips because I need to get my steps in. So it's been a all these little changes of how I see my day, even which I think have improved my mood overall. Because now there's opportunities instead of like, oh, I don't want to do that. So it's been good, I think, all the way around.
Nice. So it feels like huge mindset change
Yes.
as well,
Yes.
right? I think many people think that, yeah, this like health fitness journey, going to the gym is just like to change your body, lose some weight. But I think it's way more than that, right? Like you said, you have more energy now for your kids.
Mhm.
Like you approach more difficult things differently, right? Just being that best version of yourself.
Yeah, I definitely think for myself, I thought in order to get in better shape, you had to have the mindset to get there. And I think what I've noticed is the program starts to change your mindset so that way you get there rather than you have to have it beforehand. So I just feel like that's been a big change or a big difference for me because I didn't think I could do it prior to the program. And then I just kept doing what I was supposed to be doing. It wasn't a matter of I can do it. It was a matter of I just need to do the next thing. And then after I started doing that, it was pretty easy to say, okay, well, I did this last week. It's the same this week. So, even with the calories decreasing, and meal planning getting a little bit more challenging, it never felt like I could never do it. I think if I started week 12 right now without, like the low calories, I think I would have been burnt out really fast. But I think the way the program kind of slowly walks you through it, by the time you're done with it, it's hard to see. You don't see it as, oh, that wasn't difficult at all. It was actually pretty reasonable, and you've lost all this weight along the way and you've gained this muscle along the way. So for me, it started to change my mindset towards working out. Like now, even my nutrition, my health, working out, it all feels like it's easy, and I don't think I felt that way when I started.
Nice, man. Love to hear that. Like from how to say, from fixed there are like two mindsets, like fixed mindset and there's like growth mindset.
Yeah.
Feels like that has changed, and I think, as you say, you're just gonna keep going, and I think that's the best part to develop. Because fitness is many people think, okay, I'm just gonna train for 12 weeks, get in shape, and I'm stopped because I'm in a good place, right? I have lost and achieved my goal, but
Mhm.
probably like they regain everything back, and go back in old habits, which is
Mhm.
definitely not the best spot. And I think that's why like fitness journey should be really sustainable, personalized to your life, right? That you like can keep just going, building those blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
like you have that mindset right now.
Yeah, I definitely think, like I said, I wanted to hit that 25 pounds, and I'm closer to it than not. And I think I could actually achieve it in the next few weeks. But I think I'm going to keep losing weight to get to a healthy weight for my body, which I think will be good. And then I'm really interested to try to continue to do the program in a maintenance kind of perspective, so that way I'm able to maintain my weight week in and week out. It used to be that in a week I used to like fluctuate like plus or minus 5 pounds just based on what I was eating. So now I'm interested, okay, what would that look like eventually, what when I'm just trying to maintain my weight, and then I might want to bulk up later, and we've talked about that, of that'll look a little bit different. So I'm really interested to have more control over um my health, and I feel like I've got that now, and it's just a matter of achieving those goals that I'm now going to be putting in front of me. Um and that'll be easier than like you said, just going back to the old ways of, oh well, I used to eat this whenever I wanted, and it doesn't matter. No, it matters, and I think now I have a good gauge of keeping that at the forefront and just being aware of it, and it's not difficult once you're used to it. And I think that this program has definitely got me used to being aware of what I'm putting in my body.
Perfect, perfect, nice. And yeah, but then maybe like a question, like what has been the best thing working with me and being in my program?
Um, for me, I think I needed the structure more than anything. I think I needed um something that works. I think I needed something that wasn't going to be working out an hour and a half a day. I needed something that wasn't just super reduced calories. Your program really does, and working with you, you really make it pretty simple to start on square one, just get your feet wet. Okay, now we're gonna make it a little harder. Now we're gonna make it a little harder. And then, where my holes of knowledge came in, you were able to fill in those gaps. So by the time that I was done with the program, there were a few questions that I had, but most of my questions at the end of the program were looking, months down the line, because I want to know, like, again, if I want to bulk up later. I didn't know that because right now I was in a cut weight mode, not a bulk mode. So, something like that, because I didn't experience that through your program because I was still trying to lose weight. So I felt like it was really easy because um your program doesn't hold my hand to the extent uh that I didn't get to grow, but it did hold my hand enough to let me learn what I didn't know and realize, hey, this is what I'm putting in my body. And we've talked about the 80/20 rule a few times while I was in my program, and realizing what am I eating, or what am I putting in my body, or am I being aware of what's going in. The types of workouts, the way to kind of keep my workouts to a short amount of time, but have effective full body workouts instead of being at the gym for hours on end. So all of that structure, I think, really is what I needed, because I think if I would have done it myself, I would have had hour-long days, several hours at the gym Monday through Friday, and I think I would have cut calories severely, and I would have been burned out in the first month. I would have been like, I'm not seeing results, and this is a lot of work, and it's not worth it, and it's too hard. and I didn't feel like that at all with your program. I feel like the program working with you, it has all felt like I can achieve it very easily, and I think that's what I needed.
And why was that? Like, what made it that easy to follow it?
I think it was easy to follow with because it was all done at once. So like again, if I would have done it by myself, I might have worked out but not dieted, or I might have dieted but not worked out, or I would have tried to do both and it would have been too much. So I think being able to say, okay, we're going to start here at square one. This is what your workout, like these are what your workouts are. This is your calories. These are some meal recommendations, and this is the kind of macros that you need in your diet. These are the amount of steps that you need. Like let's be aware of all these things. All of it coming together, I think, is what worked for me. I think it all had to be the all at once in order to work for me. Because I think if I would have tried, like if I would not be doing the nutrition thing, but doing your workout plan, I don't think I would have seen the same kind of results than doing everything. So I really needed to do everything.
Mm. And I think one aspect as well why it's working is like really custom based for you, right?
Mhm.
To the
Yeah.
intake, what you like, what you don't like, right? The same also with the gym.
Yeah.
You worked out at the your work gym, right? So that's also
Yes.
really custom based for that.
Yeah, and that was super helpful because I don't I there were some workout I have some experience in the gym, so there were some workouts that I knew and I knew how to do them. And there was others that I had never considered doing those workouts. Like I know how to do barbell lunges, but I had never done them. And then the first time that I worked out on them, I realized where I was sore in different areas of my legs, and I was like, wow, this is a really good workout. So various things like that, being tailored to me was super helpful because that's another daunting thing is going to the gym and not knowing what to do or what to work out. So that being tailored, the macros and nutrition piece of it, that being tailored, again, I probably would have just cut calories, but I probably wouldn't have paid attention to macros. And what do I need in my body to sustain me throughout the whole day. So all of those pieces really came together in yes, custom to me, but all at the same time at this, in order for me to really succeed.
Mhm. For sure. I think you just miss one piece, right? You're not gonna see the results. Like if you can do all the training in the world, but if the diet is not in the right place, it's gonna be pretty hard to lose the weight. Or it's the same with diet. If you just do diet, yes, you might lose weight, but then you don't like how to say achieve that. Yeah, good looking body, right? Like yes, you're gonna lose weight, but it's gonna be kind of skinny, fat body type,
Hmm.
not ideal.
Yeah.
And yeah, Vincent, like what advice you could give to other, like let's say these guys who have like family, who work busy job, and they think that I don't have the time to do this.
Um, I would say if you're anything like me, you didn't have time to do it before. You're not gonna have time to do it later. You're gonna feel like you don't have the energy right now. So why would you have the energy later? And everything's gonna be there's gonna be a million reasons not to do it, and you're gonna just pass the opportunity and say, I'm not gonna do this. And instead, if you give it a chance and say, I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and just say, hey, I'm gonna do this for 3 months, and it might be a hard 3 months, until you really start figuring out how easy it is to incorporate into your schedule. You kind of have to tear the band-aid off in order to start seeing the results. And like I said, for me, it was easier when I put money towards it because I knew I wasn't going to waste my money. So that was helpful. But it was also one of those things where um, you just have to take the first step. You have to be willing to take the first step and going all in so that way you can start seeing results. I think if you're going to sign up but you're only going to do the workouts and not do the nutrition, or you're going to do the nutrition and not the workouts, then you're kind of wasting your time. I think you have to go in knowing that you're gonna give it your best shot. And after 3 months, because 3 months it's a short time. I felt like these 12 weeks passed by real quick. And you give those 3 months, and then by the end of it, I think you'll realize this was not hard. I thought it was going to be harder than this, and I did it. I can do it. And I think you just need to give yourself that confidence to take that first step.
Sure. Love to hear that. Yeah, always life is busy, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna get more easier, and I think always the best time. The best time was to start yesterday. The second best time is to start right now.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, Vincent, so far, great call, man. A great interview. Really loved it. Do you have any like last maybe notes or some points to give to the audience or tips?
Um, my tips are gonna be if you don't know, ask Oscar. It's one of those easy things where you can think, oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right, and sometimes it's easier to ask and just know it as quickly as possible, and then kind of move forward from there. Whether that's nutrition, whether that's a workout, or whether you're not sure if you should be doing something differently with the workout or with your nutrition plan or uh, eating out at a restaurant or something. I think it's just easier to ask. So my tip is ask when you don't know. It's okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's why I allow that. With every client, I have like this like personal connection. I think that's the best way how I can like provide results.
Mhm.
Every week there's like some small adjustments to be make those pinpointing things, improve there. Then the next week see you lost even more weight, and always
Mhm.
like finding those small things in different areas. I think that's super, super helpful. But yeah, Vincent,
Mhm.
thank you so much for your time today. Great call, man, and so happy and grateful that I was able to work with you and develop that fit mindset. Yeah, the results like the weight loss is just, I think, a small thing, right? But I think the results for the mindset, right, developing those habits, I think that's the best thing that you have done.
Yeah, I would agree.
So yeah, man, thanks for today's call.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Oscar.